Reasons for ant keeping. Ant keepers may choose to keep ants in captivity for the purpose of documenting ant behavior, in the case of an ant species which is difficult to observe in the wild. This field of study is called mimicology. Ant keepers may also choose to keep ants as a casual hobby, that is, as pets. People who keep ants may also keep them for scientific purposes and experiments. Starting a colony. There are differing methods of starting, caring for, and housing an ant colony. In the United States, queen ants can be bought from vendors provided that the seller is from your state and that the species purchased is also native to your state. If you are in the UK or in any other European country, most exotic species of ant can be purchased legally through vendors, though it depends on local laws. Locating a queen ant. The first step involved in ant keeping is capturing a fertilized queen ant. Ants engage in nuptial flights during spring, summer, and some species have also been recorded to have their nuptial flights during winter. After these flights, a fertilized queen ant will land and remove her wings before locating a spot to found her new colony. Nuptial flights often happen after a heavy rain or a drastic seasonal change. If a queen has already chewed her wings off, she is likely, but not certainly, fertilized. If a queen ant on the ground still has her wings, she is likely unfertilized. A queen ant can be distinguished from an ergate, worker ant, by the relatively larger size of the thorax, which at this point contains the wing muscles of the queen, and the enlarged abdomen which contains eggs. Beware that certain species have large workers similar in size to a queen. Phtologton divisus, for example, possesses several castes of dynagates, soldier ants. If the possible queen you are looking at hash marks on either side of the thorax, wing scars, where the wings of the queen were, it is a queen. If not, it's a supermajor, a larger worker of the colony. Housing the queen ant. For fully claustral species, the queen should be sealed in a dark, aerated small container with access to water. One way to provide this environment involves using a test tube, some water, and 2 cotton balls. 1 cotton ball is pressed against the water, the queen is inserted, and the other cotton ball is used to plug the end of the tube. This nesting chamber should be kept in the dark for 1 month while the queen lays her eggs and tends to them until they hatch. A claustral ant species need not be fed during this period, as a queen ant will digest her now useless wing muscles to provide her with the necessary energy until her first generation of workers emerges. But feeding a small drop of honey energizes the queen ant and reduces the chances of her eating her own eggs. For a semi-claustral species, which will require food during this nesting phase, protein-rich foods should be provided intermittently during the pre-worker phase, with the frequency and type of food determined by the specific species of ant. Dietary needs. An ant's diet should consist primarily of sugars, carbohydrates, such as fruit, sugar water, raw honey, or honeydew, and proteins, such as mealworms, cockroaches, or bits of egg. The sugars are necessary to provide the ants with energy, and the proteins are necessary for the growth of the colony. Uneaten food should be removed to prevent the growth of mold in the formicarium,